Oh, Kenny, you're so adorable. I love you so much, and you're so adorable. Hello, security, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 3. So, without further ado, let's go over this way and see what we have coming up. We get a bit of a nice overview of where we need to go next, so it seems like that one over there is going to be the next logical step for us to take. So let's continue. Ah, I see a shiny, and I want the shiny. Yeah, shiny. Can't have too many. Let's go! Eevee and Pikachu.
This restaurant test your reaction time with a series of lively, life-threatening surprises.
Undercover umbrella! Let's go! Out with the Octarians and reach the goal. So the weapon I'm using right now, this is the undercover umbrella. The umbrella weapons are kind of interesting. So they're basically this game's equivalent of a shotgun. Most of them, they'll fire once, and if you hold onto the button, the umbrella shield will come out, and then you can like launch it forward. It kind of acts as like a bit of a trail of ink in a way. But this specific one is unique, where you can keep firing it, but it won't actually launch forward, but the shield will stay out. The shield itself is a bit weaker than the other umbrellas, but I just feel like having that little extra defense really does go a long way, even if it isn't as good as other shields. I'm going to try my best to use as many weapon types as we can during Alterna, because, to be completely honest, I don't really experiment a whole lot with different weapons when I'm playing online. And I did try in the past to discuss every weapon in the game, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really care that much. I don't care that much about going to super detail on every single weapon in the game, because the thing is, they say the game's going to have a last update like 5 bazillion times before it actually has a last update. Like, this Let's Play I started recording this a couple months ago, and twice within that time frame they said there's going to be a last update, but then they have another update that changes a couple of weapons, and it's like, okay. So, yeah, for that reason, I'm not going to particularly care that much about showcasing every weapon type, because the information will become very outdated very soon. Alright, I'm going to be careful with these guys. So yeah, that's the reason why to showcase all the weapons, but when we actually play online matches, it's pretty much just going to be going back and forth between a small handful of the ones that I know that I'm good with. Now we go with these guys. I haven't praised this yet, but I really like the design of the fuzzy Octarians. They just look so cute. Like, the Octarians in general, they just look really derpy, and I've always loved their design. But seeing them, like, fluffy like this, it's really cute. I like it. I like it muy macho. That's Spanish for something. Wow, that was a little anticlimactic. Spot you on the flip side. Flip side is a location in Super Paper Mario. Shiny! I'm so shiny. Power eggs, nice, can't have too many. So this balloon right here, we're gonna worry about it a little bit later, because it's gonna be one of those things where we will follow it for a bit, but then the ooze is still in the way, so it's gonna cause a little bit more of a headache than probably otherwise. And so for that reason, we're gonna wait until the ooze clears up a little bit more before we go hunting down those balloons. Shiny! I do appreciate the shiny, but I would like a more worthwhile shiny. Hooray for editing! Let's move onwards. Work with Smallfry to reach the goal. Uh-oh, you don't have a weapon, do you, Agent 3? Guess it's Smallfry's time to shine. Press R to send your little Smallfry buddy flying. Flying, to send your buddy flying. I mean, flying. Oh, Callie, never change. I love you so much. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be using Esteban the Smallfry to navigate across this area. And I think we touched upon this a little bit briefly, but if you want to do like a minimalist run of trying to finish this game without using like your splash shot or anything like that, Smallfry is going to be your best route for that. But he's not Smallfry, he's Esteban. And Esteban is the hero of this cruel, cruel world. Just look at him go, he's just so cute. He's just so cute. I love Esteban so much. Alright, so we're going over here. Wait for this to go up. Esteban. Esteban, I love you. But I kind of needed to stay on that for a moment. There we go. Sweet, you made it across. Whew. Okay, let's take care of this. Thankfully, we have this thing down there that'll catch our fall if we fail. I don't know why, but this part always made me think of Mario 64 DS because in the original game, there was that one cliff in Bob-omb Battle in Whomp's Fortress where if you fell off, you fell to your deathly doom. But in Mario 64 DS, they changed it so that there's like a platform down there so you wouldn't fall. And it was like, yeah, I get why they did that, but I don't like it because I like getting punished in video games. Let's see what's going on over here. Explosion! Yippee! So it looks like we're going to time our plan, or whatever we're trying to do. Alright, so you press the R button to summon Esteban back towards you. You can call the button to shout this way. Oh! I didn't think about that. I always press the R button whenever I did that, but you can also press up on the D-pad for the this way command. I didn't know that. Well, now we do. Explosions! Yippee! Explosions! Ah, yeah! It's like a key in Powerade party, and we're invited. On to the next one. This contraption's pretty big too, huh? Hey, I can see her go! Yippee! Jump, 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 jump! Woo! Alright, let's go with this. Jump on top of that. Okay. Okay. I didn't fully pay attention to what this place looked like, so I'm kind of... Oh, it wasn't too bad. Never mind. It wasn't too bad. We made it. We're fine. Me and that little small fry make a great team. His name is Esteban. Oh, hello. I was looking for the next level we can go to, and we found one. Yay! Oh wait, is this the one I'm thinking of? Is this the one I'm thinking of? I think this is the one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I'm excited about this!
Stretch, grab, and cling your way to the goal by mastering the use of the zip caster.
Zip, splat, and jump. Oh yeah! Look at how adorable we are! Look at how adorable we are! Superhero time, and stretch out your arm. The amazing Agent 3. Why is ARMS the one that didn't get the sequel for Switch 2, but Demon X Machina was? That confused me so much when I saw that, because, like, okay, Demon X Machina, I'm sure has its fans, but, like, ARMS, surprisingly, like, believe it or not, ARMS was one of the biggest sellers on Switch 1, and it didn't get a sequel on Switch 2, and that made me so sad, because I love the world of ARMS. It's just, if ARMS had a better single-player campaign, it would have been a better game. It's like, yeah, the Grand Prix mode is pretty fun and all, but there's only so many times you can do that before you get bored. It's like, It's really unfortunate because I have a lot to say about ARMS, and I thought about making it into a Let's Play several times, but I just don't know how I can do it without getting burned out from the game so quickly. Yeah, maybe something we can figure out someday. Alright, so we go over this way, and as long as we're staying on the wall, we can continuously fire the Zipcaster elsewhere. This is awesome. I feel like freaking Spider-Man. This is so cool. This is like the best Spider-Man controls ever. And I've played Spider-Man PS4. That game's pretty awesome too, but this is the best Spider-Man game of all time. Okay. Where'd you go next? Let's go this way. And this controls so nicely, because one big problem with games like this is that when the big problem with games like this come from not being able to like easily look downwards whenever you're trying to figure out where you need to go next. The camera works so well here. It's just so awesome. The thing is, the Zipcaster itself, I'm not too fond of how this weapon works when playing online multiplayer, but it makes some pretty incredible like level design in Alterna. We're gonna see this for some really cool uses of this thing. You're pretty high up. Hope you aren't afraid of heights. Every superhero needs a relatable weakness, Agent 1. My relatable weakness is a fear of dogs. There's the goal. But wait, our hero's path is blocked by the thing I didn't get a chance to reading. And yet the sniper is no match for our superheroes. Why does the thing go so fast? I can't read that fast. I suck. When I'm not reading out loud, fine, I can read that quickly, but when I'm trying to verbalize stuff, I can't! Also, Agent 3 looks really skinny and has a big head. I always thought that was really funny with the Zipcaster. Whee! And we made some more progress on Future Utopia Island. Now it's time for us to move on to the regularly scheduled magical land of alternate save file. Whoosh! Flounder hides, oh yeah. This was a stage that I didn't really think much about in the first game, but when it came back, I was like, wait, hold on, this stage was fun. It always throws me off seeing how much further they go. Okay, that's something that I probably should improve on. I need to launch like further out. I always launch pretty close, and it's not like a thing I'm doing on purpose. It just kind of happens subconsciously. Alrighty then, how you doing there, buddy? Flings a roller. Does anybody else think this, where you'll see a username when playing an online game, it's all in lowercase, and you just assume that it's a little kid playing? It's like, that's what I always assume, but I also used to be friends with somebody who just absolutely hated capital letters, so, like, her username was always all lowercase, but she was older than me. So it's like, I don't know, that's just something that I always kind of think whenever I see usernames like that. I'm also old, so I just assume that everybody that I'm playing this game with is younger than me. Man, it is such a weird feeling It's such a weird feeling having Let's Play games as long as I have, because like my Splatoon 1 Let's Play, that started in 2017, I believe, and it's 2025 now. How is it possible that those Let's Plays are like 8 years old now? It doesn't feel like that long ago, but then I go to work and there's like little kids and things like that. I'm thinking, my Let's Play of Splatoon is probably older than you. Like, I know this for a fact because there was one time, it was like a kid's birthday, and me and some of the other cast members were like hyping them up for their birthday because they're about to go to get like blue milk or whatever, and they were really excited about it. So one of the other cast members asked how old they were, and they say, "I'm 10 years old," and I was thinking, oh my god, my Let's Plays are older than you. Hi, Berna! Super awesome cosplayer, by the way. That's not the thing I want to do. Okay, so this is probably going to take this video as well. Alright, so a bit of context. I'm gonna try my best not to mention when I'm recording footage, but I think it's pretty interesting for this one, because this is the first recording session that we're doing online. So, I'm recording this on May 2nd, 2025. Luigi's Mansion, that Let's Play, just ended yesterday, and today's video was the tennis episode of Wii Sports. So, it's making me think, at this point, do we know something about Splatoon content on Switch 2? Oh, come on! That was cheap! Okay, that was actually cheap. That was dumb. Okay, so, yeah. Do we know, at the time this video is being uploaded, do we know anything about Splatoon content on Switch 2? Because I'm willing to bet, at some point early on in this Let's Plays being a thing, they're going to announce either a Splatoon 4, or some kind of a spin-off, or like a Switch 2 edition of Splatoon 3. I don't think they do it for Splatoon 2, but with Splatoon 3, I think they're definitely going to do something, because, yeah, this game definitely could use an upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying, because I'm not too fond of how those online matches turned out, so I'm gonna keep playing a couple games to see if we get any better luck. What do you mean, how's this valuable team member? Splat Zones maintain zone control. That person's name. Now it's Rhine time. Alrighty then, welcome to Mincemeat Metalworks. I think that's what it's supposed to be called. So, at this point in the Let's Play, I would have already gone over the fact that I'm going to be trying to record a majority of these online matches at a time, because, long story short, I'm a boring grown-up with a boring grown-up job now, so I don't always have the time to record Let's Play stuff anymore, unfortunately. And that's especially the case now, because I'm going to try my best to get all the online matches in every mode, like we did in previous Splatoon Let's Plays. I can't guarantee it this time, so I'm going to try my best, but I think what we're going to be doing, well, we are definitely going to be doing by the time this Let's Play is going to start, is I'm going to be trying to record the footage ahead of time. So, yeah, that's all stuff that we've already heard in a previous episode in the playlist at this point in time, but a bit of a fun fact, this is my first recording session during that. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be keeping track of all the matches that we play online, so that we can try to make sure we get all the stages in every mode. But again, it's not a promise, it's not a guarantee, I'm just going to try my best. I don't know if it's going to happen. Basically what I'm going to try to do, so I am going to keep track of which ones we've already done, so there's not going to be too many repeats or anything like that. But by the time I actually start the Let's Play, I'm mostly just going to be focusing on, like, recording the secret player content. Alright, so let's try to... That was an E-leader, and I saw them, and I still did the dumb thing. And also, another thing I'm going to say right now, I'm not going to care about showing stages, or matches, or whatever, that I win or lose. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not great at this game. So, you probably saw this a lot during the Splatfest streams, but... yeah, there's a lot of quirks about the online in this game that kind of bug me. So, I'm not going to be focusing too much on just showing matches that I win, because for one, that's dumb. We did that with the first game, and I hated how that turned out. We were a lot better with this Splatoon 2. But, yeah, you're probably going to see a lot of matches where I don't do super well. And I will admit, I am not the greatest at the game, but I will also occasionally blame the game every now and then, just because that's what we do when we play online games. Alright, so they're in control now. Okay. So if we can at least stall them, so they don't go too far ahead, that's going to be a good priority at the moment. Hey! Oh, come on! That was cheap. That was a good strategy, but that was cheap, because he did it to me. Only I'm allowed to use effective strategies, good sir / madam / non-binary gentle person. What's the proper way to address, like, a non-binary person in a formal setting like that? Because you have ladies and gentlemen. What do you say for a non-binary person? I know, I think Disney does distinguish guests, but I don't know if that's, like, the proper terminology or not. Alright, so... You are bothering me. Did I mention that you're bothering me? Because you are bothering. Okay, wait, at least to cure you. Except no. Nope, nope, don't like that. Don't like that. Not one bit. No, I don't. Okay, we might not win this one, but you know what? That's totally okay. That is totally okay. I'm going to remain calm, I'm going to remain collected, and I'm going to hunt them down, and I'm going to make them eat tofu. Alright, so I definitely mentioned this before at some point in the playlist or whatever, but I hate that they have only winning animations in this game now. Because one thing that I loved about the previous two games was that, yeah, it sucked having a losing match, but it at least cheered me up to see my character, like how they react to losing too. Because they had some really adorable animations in the games. So, like, my favorite one was in the first game with the Slosher, where they would like throw a little tantrum and throw the bucket, but then it'd like land on their head. It was so cute. It was so adorable. I don't know why they changed it, but I really don't like that it shows only winning animations now, because it just kind of feels like it's just rubbing in your face at this point. Because it's like you try super hard on a match and it just doesn't work out the way you want, and then you have to watch their winning animation, and it's like, great, I don't even get to appear on the. Okay, one of our players disconnected. And that's also something we're going to see a lot when we play this game online.